Good morning. Hi, Miss Sam. I see lots of hearts. Is that all from you, Miss Sam? I'm sending love right back to you. God, today is the 10th. I haven't drawn in 6 days. I've listened, but I have not. I've been like all over the map. So I'm really glad to be here today with you. I love you too. Hmm. How's your day going so far? It's early out by you. My day is good. I have to look out. I didn't even look out the window yet. I think there might be snow. Nope, no snow. Just dreary. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Miss Emma's saying, I hope you're staying warm. Yeah, it was like 55 degrees yesterday. Today it's much cooler. Today it's like 30 something, 34. It's bearable. Amy's here. Hello. She says good morning. Slept in and read in bed this morning, feeling cozy. How is everything where you are, Amy? And how is Kirby doing? Miss Sam says, I'm back east and very chilly. Yeah, you might be getting snow. Oh, she says sleet. Yeah, I have a friend that doesn't live too far from where you are. And yeah. In fact, that friend that doesn't live too far from where you are wrote a beautiful prayer that I'm going to read this morning. Wait a little bit. She's a great writer. She's written a book, and yeah, she's a really awesome person. I keep wanting her to join our Mandala universes, but for whatever reason, she's unavailable. I think she may be leading yoga at this time. And since she's on Eastern time zone, it's kind of almost the middle of the day for her. So, yeah. Miss Emma is saying hi to you, Cheryl. And Amy, in response to my asking how Kirby's doing, she says, Kirby is amazing. A very content lap cat, helps keep me relaxed. That's great. And Amy's saying hi to Cheryl. Elaine is here. Hello. Elaine is saying, good morning, sunshine. And Amy's saying, hope caretaking is going okay, Miss M. Yeah. And Deb is here. Good morning, Deb. Jenny. Miss White Hearts is here. Good morning. I'm going to do this like I'm throwing white hearts. And Laura is here saying hello, hello, hello. So glad we are together. Cheryl saying hi, friends. Miss M, greetings, Sunshiny Lane. Michelina saying, hey, Carol. Hey, Michelina. Yahooey. Yeah. How's everybody checking in today? Checking in queasy. I mean, that's literally how I feel right now, and I don't know why. I feel a little queasy, but I'm going to go to the gym after Mandalas, and then I'm going to put on my Bears wear, because the Bears and the Packers play today, so it's a big football day, and we're very excited. We're having friends over and going to make a great big salad and pizza and all that good stuff. Deb's checking in achy, tired, but happy. Nice to bond with my family last night, pulling them in tight these days. Yeah, Deb, I feel you so loud and clear. Yes, 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 yes. Cheryl says, woke up before the alarm, a few extra minutes, feel very spacious. And Meta is here. Hello, Meta. If anybody's watching later in a replay, we are our Mandala universes, and we draw mandalas. We check in with each other. We're really a warm group of souls that gather every day, 10 a.m. Central Time, 8 a.m. Pacific, and so on throughout the world. We have friends from Finland, from Kenya, from Ireland, and yeah, we are a huge group, a loving group that gets together. These are what mandalas are. These are my mandalas. Yours could look really different. Yours could have more words. Yours could have more specific drawing. It's all for you. But if you care to post, we still have a page on Instagram, our Mandala Universes, and you can post there. So there's lots of hearts flying. I think everybody's really happy to be together. And Miss Emma is saying we are a robust group today. Yes, we are. And Laura is saying, hi, Meta, hope you're healing well. And Meta's saying, thank you, Meta. I hope you're healing well too. I don't know exactly what's going on, but always good wishes to everybody in this group. So let's go ahead and ground. We've got, oh my God, we've got 15 people on. Woohoo! Let's go ahead and ground. Wherever you are. If you choose to close your eyes, please do. Or just have a soft gaze. I've got a window right in front of me, and the snow now is starting to fall. Looks like snow and sleet. Lovely. Just go ahead and breathe. Relax your shoulders. If you are sitting in a chair or standing, you want to plant your feet on the ground. If you're laying in bed, maybe the heels of your foot connecting to the bed. Just observe everywhere that your body is touching, whether it's the back of a chair, the floor, mattress. We are all supported by where we are and by who we're with. Like Deb said, you bring your family and your friends close in these times. Yes, and breathe. And know that in this moment, you are safe. You are held. And you are loved. I'm going to read a prayer that my friend Joan Reese wrote, and I think it's a lovely, lovely sentiment. A morning prayer for beginning. May I begin each new day by breathing deep, finding there in the awakening stillness, potential, purpose, prayer, and peace. May I acknowledge the past for its lessons and face each new day with confidence, gratitude, and a creative spirit. When doubt and confusion cloud my day, may I rest in the awareness that the divinity of love removes all obstacles, that I am guided to find the courage to choose the clear path of truth, kindness, and generosity. Namaste. And we've had a couple more people join us. And Michelina, I'm going to catch up on some comments. Michelina says, chilly here, feeling sleepy after late night. Louie got me up to join Mandala practice. Well, thank you, Louie, for doing that, Mr. Lou Dog. And Moxie Studio, all of a sudden I'm spacing out on your name. I know you live in the San Francisco area, and I'm like, anyway, good morning to you, Moxie Studio. She says good morning too. Metta says, had a tumor removed this week. Was a major jaw surgery and mostly in the gums and mouth. Now a longer healing period that has started, but luckily all went well. Oh, Metta. Yes. Sending you best wishes for a smooth recovery. And Kathy says the same. Oh my goodness, Metta. So glad to hear it went well. And Kathy's checking in, stuffed up. Miss M is sending white hearts to Jenny. Miss M is saying a swift healing to you, Metta. Oh, Claudia's here. Hi, Claudia. Good morning, everyone, she says. Michelina says, that reading inspired a good slow stretch. Skyle. Oh my God, Skyle. Sorry, just had a senior moment. And Amy is saying to Metta, relieved to hear it went well, perhaps why you can join more often, a great place to recover. And Michelina is sending healing energies to Metta. And so is Claudia, sending healing and hugs. And Skyle says, Metta, let the healing begin. Glad you're on the other side. Deb is saying, love and light, Metta, setting a healing vibration. And Metta is saying, thank you so much for all your sweet healing wishes. Cheryl says, may you heal swiftly and well. This is the beauty of the souls that join this group every day. 12 minutes after, with plenty of time to draw. I haven't drawn, like I said, in like 6 days. The last time I drew was when you led, Michelina, and I drew my little ladybugs, because you drew that ladybug card. I think that came out pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know what I feel like drawing today. It'll come, as it'll come to each of you. Claudia says, checking in well rested and still in bed while the heat warms up the house. Very cold this morning. Yeah. It's cool all around. I know that California, I know the Bay Area has been really cool and wet, and it's crazy. Jenny is sending love and healing to Metta, and also white hearts to Miss M. Laura says it's snowing here in the UP. Yeah, it's doing something outside now. I don't know if it's rain, sleet. I see a couple of snowflakes. It's just precipitating. So. Claudia, your message was, for some reason, being held for review. Is this like some code for something that we don't know? All she said was it's 56 inside this morning. Seems like a benign statement to me. I have no idea. Jenny is saying checking in emotional, mixed emotions, rage, gratitude, and awe. Indeed. Indeed. The gym and the elliptical machine has been receiving my stress, and I'm, due to events here in the United States and abroad, and I'm actually really glad that that's how I'm manifesting or processing my stress, is by going to the gym and letting it out there, and in that process doing good things for my body. I have a Facebook friend who's Canadian, and he's on a Caribbean cruise right now, and he's just been reporting comments of people that he's meeting. It's interesting to hear. Yeah. We need to have this connection now more than ever. We need to love on our families. We need to love on our friends. We need to do this also to make phone calls and FaceTimes and see people and, live. It's great that we're talking to each other here, but I think really seeing each other is really important in these times. I put some hand lotion on since I've been talking to you because it's just so dry, and then I go to pick up my pencils and they're slipping through my hands. It's kind of funny. Great that my hands are smooth, but now they're too slippery. Everybody must be busy drawing, and that's fantastic. So next month, I'm going to be heading, first time getting on a plane in quite a while, I'm going to be heading to visit a friend that I hadn't seen in 50 years, and we reconnected at our high school reunion. But we didn't have enough time to catch up, so I'm heading out there in February, early February, to reconnect. We'll have 4 days to catch up on 50 years. And I'm going to lead a laughter session for the retired teachers that she is, a group that she leads in her community in the Dallas area. So it'll be really nice. Galena, how is Mr. Lou Dog doing these days? I know that a while ago I don't know if he was just feeling bad tummy temporarily. I love seeing his little face when you come on. Laura, I miss being on Mondays with you, seeing you and Ash. Claudia says, not drawing, staring out the window. What are you seeing, Claudia? And then she says, Texas, yeehaw. Well, I guess it'll be yeehaw, but I'm going to see a friend. I'm going to see a New York friend. So it'll be yeehaw and coffee and dogs. So it'll be all of the above. Michelina says, Lou is doing much better. He has an inhaler that helps him breathe. Oh, sweet puppy. I'm glad that that's available and it's helpful for him. Feels good to draw with all of you, knowing that you're doing something similar. Skyle says coffee talk. Yeah, coffee talks. You knew exactly what I was saying, Skyle. Coffee, dogs, no big whoop. Back in the day, that's how I talked. But I haven't lived in New York since 1982. So I've blended all the accents of where I've lived. Claudia said lots of good art in Dallas, I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Meta is saying, glad to hear Lou is doing better. Me too. I don't know what I'm drawing. I don't know if it's donuts or life preservers or just colored circles. Maybe I'm thinking of this circle that we have. I know what I need to do. I need to connect the circles. Yeah. Cheryl says there are good museums in Dallas and Fort Worth. Yeah, I'd love to go. I'm going to need somebody to lead that day. That Saturday is Valentine's Day, and I am flying home that day. So if anybody wants to think that far forward and wants to step forward and say, sure, they'll lead on February 14th, that would be great. If not, I'll ask again as time gets closer, but it just feels like time is just flying. Oh, Cheryl, that's so sweet. Texas will benefit from your energies. Yeah. I had asked Claudia what she's seeing out her window, and she said, I see blue sky, plants, trees, a pink wall, and a few birds. You know, when you were on Thursday, the bird song that was in the background was so beautiful. You know, the birds are kind of, they all flew south. The few birds that are here are not making much noise. And of course, our windows are closed, so I can't really hear them. So it was delightful to hear the birds on Thursday when you were leading, Claudia. Yeah. And Cheryl, regarding Texas, will benefit from my energies. So I have often talked with people about bringing laughter yoga to places that really need it, to senates and congresses and local political places. If I don't, I hope someone does. Miss M says, I'm chilled to the bone. Yeah, you need lots of sweaters. Yes. And Kathy says, I noticed the birds too on Thursday. Yeah. Deb says, checking out happy. Running shoes tied and Mealy in her harness. No rush walk is the best. Kathy says, my mandala is you're being watched. Miss M says she's chilled both physically and emotionally. There is hope. There are hugs. Yes. And Cheryl says, how do we make that happen? You know, Cheryl, I don't know. I think somebody has to have an in some of these larger groups to get in. I've done programs, large programs, between 100 and 1,000 people, laughter yoga at weight loss groups. That was like 350 people. At a social work convention, that was about 500 people. And some other group I had done that was really big. And it's really powerful. The power of laughter and how laughter instantly connects people to one another. I think it's a tough nut to crack where we're talking about going. I did just have a social worker at a local high school who I went to earlier in the school year this past year. She transferred to a different school and she's asking me to come over to her other school to lead for the teachers and staff. I'm kind of excited about that. I like when people contact me out of, that I'm not reaching out necessarily to people these days. It's really fun. And obviously it hit a chord with this particular person because she's asking me to come to her new school. Thanks, Claudia. It's kind of like few and far between. I don't do it as consistently as I should, but God, the world needs it now more than ever. Oh my goodness, it's 28 minutes after. We have just 2 minutes. If anyone else has words that have come up in your mandala and you'd like to share, please do in the comments. Kathy says, I need to get you rescheduled for my work team. Anytime. Anytime, Kathy, I'd love to. And Amy says, agree, that's great. To be contacted means you're really wanted. That's when you can give what is needed. And yes, and I will know that it's well received, Amy. Thank you. Miss M says, much needed laughter yoga for so many needy souls. Yeah. Amy says, my words are soaking up stillness. And Laura says, hugs and hope. And Skyle says, sending love and peace to at Renee Pop Culture, Rain Man, and family. I don't know who that is, but yes, I am sending love and peace to them too. Metta says, thank you for today, a highlight in my day. You're welcome, Metta, and keep healing and know that we are with you. Certainly when you are here enjoying the circle and even when you are not. Michelina says, no words, but my mandala is a compass pointing to outer space. And mine are connected circles. Maybe each one has a different name. You're welcome, Miss M. Keep warm in your heart and your body. Renee, Pop Culture Rain Man is Renee Gold. I do love you all very much and wish you a peaceful day. And again, I thank my friend Joan for the reading. I think I'll read it one more time before we go. A morning prayer for beginning. May I begin each new day by breathing deep, finding there in the awakening stillness, potential, purpose, prayer, and peace. May I acknowledge the past for its lessons and face each new day with confidence, gratitude, and a creative spirit. When doubt and confusion cloud my day, may I rest in the awareness that the divinity of love removes all obstacles, that I am guided to find the courage to choose the clear path of truth, kindness, and generosity. Namaste. Namaste. Love you all.